The afternoon's first of 16 on Atlantic Breeders' Crown Championship Sunday. They're lining up in behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate. Let's head upstairs to Vance Cameron.
George's Credit, Max Patrick, Rockin' Novel, Felt, Mac Hanover, Good Omen, Redland Sampson, in back, proud of you today. Top of the stretch. Now approaching a start. The rough and pacing Felt is firing out towards the rail. George's Credit, between them Max Patrick. Then the fourth one at the rail, proud of you today, Rockin' Novel, he's away fifth. Then in sixth, Mac Hanover, seventh, Good Omen. Then the early trailer, Redland Sampson to the backstretch for time one. Felt made the front. In line to Corey McPherson, Max Patrick got away with the two-hole ride. George's Credit now third, following through to be fourth in the early going. That's proud of you today. Racing from fifth is Rockin' Novel. Mac Hanover has six. He's followed by Good Omen and a Redland Sampson 28. Two opened it up. They're in straight alignment around the top turn and on the point. Felt is the fraction setter. The two-hole ride belongs to Max Patrick coming out of the turn third. That's George's Credit. Fourth is proud of you today. Rockin' Novel continuing fifth. Followed then by six, Mac Hanover. Seventh, Good Omen tips out. And the trailer, Redland Sampson, eighth. Halfway home in the opener on a super Sunday at Charlottetown. They're led by Felt. 57 for the half mile. They're coming out of now into the backfield. First up, proud of you today, is taking over second. Max Patrick at the rail third. Second over fourth. That's Rockin' Novel. Hemmed in at the rail fifth is George's Credit. On the outside six is Good Omen. At the rail, Mac Hanover seventh. Redland Sampson is eighth. They're by three-quarters. Felt, he's still there. On the outside, the long shot challenger. Proud of you today. Three-quarters one. 27 flat. Turning for home. Felt the leader. Max Patrick regaining second. Proud of you today. Third. George's Credit fourth. Good Omen on the far outside is coming late. Up the rail. George's Credit just got it all here for David Dowling. Tight for the deuce. 156 and 1.
Here comes the slow-mo replay brought to you by Universal Media for the afternoon's opener. Kurt, George's Credit. Nice pay there.
Yeah, 34.60 on the board. David Dowling gave this guy a good trip along the rail. He used the rail to his advantage. He pushed out, kind of stretched out the 4 and the 2 around that first turn, kept them out wide, and that was the winning move there because it took a little bite out of them. Felt did get to the front, 28 and 2, 57 and 4. Max Patrick in the 2-hole. 127 and 3/4. Our top play, Good Omen, set it up third over, just a little too far to come, kind of hung 3 wide around that last turn, and kind of flattened late in the stretch. George's Credit gets up the pass lane perfectly here for Dowling and gets the win, 156 and 1, and that's a new speed badge for George's Credit now. 8-year-old gelding by up the credit, lowers his previous best by 2/5 of a second. He gets it done at 16 to 1. Felt second, Max Patrick is third. 1-4-2 unofficially here in race 1. We'll see George's Credit back in the Crown Rust Protection winner's circle next.
Now we're entering the Crown Rust Protection winner's circle in the first race. One George's Credit facing Black Gelding 8 by Up the Credit. Off the die, Laughing Dam, a St. George Lady. Owned and trained by Philip Kelly of North Wiltshire. Bred by Casimir Stables of Ontario. David Dowling guides him to victory and a new record. 156 and 1. The horse gets his 10th Lifetime Victory, Race 1, sponsored by Red Shores. And a Red Shores General Manager, David McKenzie, joining us here in Super Sunday, has that cooler presentation. George's Credit for Dowling and Kelly. New record, 156-1.
This race replay is brought to you by the new 1888 Lounge at Red Shores. The 1888 Lounge is perfect for your corporate meetings, parties, or presentations. Contact Rebecca in our Sales and Events Division for more information on the new 1888 Lounge upper level at Red Shores.
Now, the official results from the first race, George's Credit the winner. Max Patrick third, Rockin' Novel seventh, Felt finished second, Mac Hanover was sixth, Good Omen finished fourth, Redland Sampson was eighth, Crosscut was scratched, Proud of You Today finished fifth, Leaving Bruises was scratched. They went 28-2, 57-4, 127, and the mile 156-1. In review, 137, 264, 8 scratch, 5 scratch. George's Credit paid 34.60 on the nose. The Exactor 124.30. Triactor paid 639.70. Superfecta 73.07.
Red Shores is pleased to announce HPI rewards for Prince Edward Island customers. You can now play Summerside and Charlottetown live racing and earn points and convert those points to cash or other exciting offers. Sign up and play the horses through HPIBet.com and the new HPI rewards program for Prince Edward Island. And we'll slide the selections into the screen for the afternoon second race. It's our first Atlantic Breeders' Crown final. 2-year-old trotters for a purse of $22,500. Kurt, Melissa Keith going 2-7-1. Ken Morkington at 2-1-7.
Yeah, I don't think it's a slam dunk as it looks on that screen right now. We're all going with the 2. Garnet likes 2-7-1. I'm going with 2-1-4 in here, but Rosie's EL Girl, the 2-year-old filly by EL Rocket, I think she's got a great shot to upset a Little Lewis here for Corey McPherson. 8 for 9 for Corey with Little Lewis, but Rosie's EL Girl, back-to-back wins, a sharp effort last time out on the front, 201-3, and has the pole position, so she could be upset-minded here in this second race. It should be a good one, as you mentioned, full field of 8 here in this Atlantic Breeders' Crown final for 2-year-old trotters.
And I'm going with a 2-1-6. Just thought I'd chuck that in there too, Kurt.
Second race. is the PEI Harness Racing Industry Association Atlantic Breeders' Crown Final for 2-year-old trotters on parade. Rosie's EL Girl 1 is owned and trained by Bill Lanigan of Montague. Kenny Murphy drives. Little Lewis 2, owned by East Coast Captains of Cornwall, trained by Curry White, Corey McPherson. Dusty Lane Margot 3 is owned by Donald McRae of Vernon Bridge, trained by Ashley Gamester, Jason Hughes. 4, West River Corona, owned by Haley McDonald of Stratford. Claire McDonald trains and drives. 5 is Emberly's Rocket, owned by Michael Clary of Montague, trained by John Clary, driven by Mark Campbell. Von Maddie 6, owned by Blaine White of South Panett, trained by Curry White. Today, Adam Murner catch drives. Hop on a Rocket number 7, owned by Valley Grove Farms of Kelvin Grove. Mike McGuigan trains and drives. 8, Nick Way Rocks It, owned and trained by Miles Heffernan Jr. of Somerville, driven by Miles Heffernan Sr. 5 minutes to post time. Everything you need to play the horses. Go to the new players portal. There is a super high five carryover today of just under $700.
And just before we get out to the track for the afternoon second race, want to welcome Asta and Hass Lundmark from Sweden visiting Red Shores here. Hope your visiting experience is a great one here on Championship Sunday at Red Shores in Charlottetown. Let's head out to the track. Exactor 20-cent Superfecta, Triactor, Win, Place, and Show. Atlantic Sire Stakes, Prince Edward Island Harness Racing Industry Association, Atlantic Breeders' Crown Final, 2-year-old trotters, $22,500. Kurt landing on the 2, Little Lewis. 2-year-old bay gelding by EL Rocket for East Coast Captains of Cornwall. Curry White, the trainer. Corey McPherson in the bike. What an impressive record.
Yeah, they had a lot of fun with the Damn Go With Her. I remember her racing. They had a lot of fun with that race mare. And now look what she's throwing by EL Rocket. Little Lewis, 8 for 9, 8 wins, 1 second from 9 starts, over 62,000 in earnings. Another great starting spot here today. Post 2 last time out in a lady slipper. Front end all the way, winning by 2 3/4 in 2:02. Under wrap so far, so we'll see what happens here. I think Rosie's EL Girl might give Little Lewis a shot, but you always got to side with the Colts and Geldings over the fillies, but that filly on the rail coming in off back-to-back wins could give Little Lewis all he wants here today. He's got a record of 2:02 taken in his latest, and so he will be tough to beat from post 2 at even money.
And speaking of the rail, there is Rosie's EL Girl, 2-year-old bay filly, also by EL Rocket, Bill Lanigan of Montague. He's the owner, the trainer, and the breeder, and congratulations on that Lifetime Achievement Award last night at the banquet. Kenny Murphy in the bike, and Kurt, this filly was parked out to the quarter in her latest and went all the way for the new record.
Yeah, nice big filly, too. Looks good on the track. Kenny Murphy's been doing a really good job with her. Like I said, coming in off back-to-back wins. A winner 2 back Atlantic Sire Stakes action in Summerside, 2:03 and 2, closing quarter 29 and 3, and then last time out a shutdown winner at the wire, 2:01 and 3 in a ladies slipper. And so Rosie's EL Girl probably sitting up in the top 2 for this race. If Kenny stretches out Little Lewis early in the mile, it's always tough leaving off the rail with a trotter, especially a 2-year-old filly trotter, but she's got the half hobbles on, which usually steadies him pretty good, and so maybe he can be aggressive going into that first turn and maybe stretch out Little Lewis and McPherson. If he takes a bite out of that colt early, maybe she could pass him in the stretch. That's the way I see it setting up. I like a 2-1 in the exactor, 5-1 currently on Rosie's EL Girl.
And there's a look at the 4, West River Corona, 2-year-old bay gelding by Legion of Honor.